Oh yeah. Oh, the funny thing is, I don't know the niggas be blocking me, and I've never interacted with none of these niggas before in my life. I'm like, who are you?
I'm blocked by that account too. I don't know what the fuck be going on out here.
Because it'd be like people I'm following. I be following people and they quote tweet, and I'm like, I can't see what they talking about. It's funny. And then I click on it, like, oh, you can't see it. Such and such blocked you. Who are you?
Why? How? What did I? You just didn't like what I said about something that you love? Got you.
I don't know why. I don't know why I do this, but whenever I see someone block me, I block them back just so they don't change their mind.
Petty ass nigga, bro.
Because it's like if they do change their mind, it is kind of like, what you doing? Where you at with this? Like, what are you doing with your life? Like,
you're gonna come back on this side. Well, let's get into it, fellas. Grown-ups in between cheering and babies right about now. You feel me? You rocking with the niggas. Yeah, I'm talking about. Oh my God, Graham in the building. What's up with Lo? Hey, I got Lo and Gresh joining me on this motherfucker. We here to talk some bullshit. You feel me? So I hope y'all enjoy it. You feel me? And I hope y'all carrying good vibes, positive energy, all that shit into the new year. Because honestly, without it, we ain't really got shit. You feel me? Niggas, make sure y'all stay on y'all P's and Q's and just keep spreading the love out here. You feel me? And that's what we here to do. We here to spread some love. You feel me? And probably also tell some true feelings about how we feel about people. So this is what we call a roster review. And today we're going to be talking about All Elite Wrestling and the signings that they made in 2023. So let's go ahead and do it just like this. At the top of the year, AEW did sign, and God rest Jay Briscoe's soul, Mark Briscoe actually got signed to an official AEW deal following, bringing up the Ring of Honor shit. But yeah, Mark Briscoe, AEW, he's All Elite now. Almost 1 calendar year under the roster, under the helm, under the umbrella. How do we feel about Mark Briscoe and what he's done with AEW so far? Lo, I'm going to throw to you and let you go first. Cook.
Sussex County, man. It's good that Sussex County is finally All Elite. These gentlemen who we've known as the Briscoes over the years has provided pro wrestling with a lot, but especially this region that I am in the tri-state, representing this region in a number of different ways, in a number of different places, right? The tragedy that befell brother Jay Briscoe was one that, like a lot of the news, right? The bad news that we hear, certain feelings set in, right? It was a couple others, major folks that we lost this year. And, for him to be in that number, it's unfortunate, right? Because this was a team, right? This was an effort from two gentlemen, right? From the same thing, right? From the same exact cloth. And so for me, I think that it is long overdue. And it's definitely a year, and I know it's definitely symbolic. But I just appreciate the fact that we're going to be able to see Mark Briscoe be able to perform in this space as a solo performer right now, right? Definitely, this is a man that comes from this team, Ring of Honor royalty, right? Like just trying to add that in there, keeping that legacy up. But this was one glorious signing to see. And I'm just happy for the guy, man. I think that, seeing him not too long ago when AEW was here in the city was, definitely a touching moment because it's the first time I saw Mark in person, since the whole thing. And recently just seeing him and his brother, not too long ago and kind of seeing him alone, it just hit different in the building down North Philly. So, this is a blessing. This is a blessing signing right here.
Big action. Like for me, I didn't really get to see a lot of like ROH like regularly. You feel me? Like we just didn't have like that channel out here, so I had to like search for Ring of Honor shit. You feel me? So like I ain't gonna hold you. Like I was a little late on the Briscoes train. You feel me? But like to see like Mark get signed, and then for Mark to be able to do his thing over here after the last couple of years of will they, won't they? You know what I'm saying? Why can't the Briscoes appear on TV type shit? And then eventually the network softening their stance way too late, in my opinion. You feel me? But just the fact that we were able to get over that, get past that, and now, you know what I'm saying, we can enjoy Mark Briscoe doing his thing on the grand stage like TNT, like TBS, you know what I'm saying? Like that's saucy, that's dope. And then in addition to that, with them, so what are we're recording this on I believe Dynamite is still on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark Briscoe opened the year facing Jay Lethal, and it looks like he's closing the year facing Jay Lethal. Taking, W's in both matches, of course, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a cool little way to do it, because of course they got their history for years and years and years, and just continuing that rivalry and yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? So I salute to Mark Briscoe. I think this is a dope move for him, and I like the fact that he's been able to kind of like ingratiate himself into like other storylines as well, like with the whole Jay Lethal, Satnam, Jeff Jarrett shit. You feel me? Like now he kind of got, after the war that they went through with the dog collar matches and shit, you feel me? Like with FTR, it's like there's a respect there, you feel me? So it's like, now you got my back, I got yours type shit, you feel me? Like we really went to war together. So, you know what I'm saying? They really get down. Gresh, what you think about Mark Briscoe and AEW?
I'm sort of on the train with you as well. Like I'm on and off with the Briscoes. Like I peeped Jay's world title reign because I had the money to get Honor Club at the time. Then I fell out of work and I just couldn't keep up with it, and I just kind of lost track of Ring of Honor. But then when I came back, I just saw the Briscoes. I'm like, oh, they reunited. Oh, okay. And then I peeped the FTR Briscoes trilogy, and I'm like, well, goddamn, this is what I've been missing. So and then it's like I didn't really know about why they weren't on TV. I just heard about it. I was just like, huh, why? I'm like, why aren't they on TV to promote this? And then people told me about it. I'm like, oh, that's stupid, because there's people who've done worse, but okay. That's still on TV, but it's neither here nor there. Like you said, like they finally softened the stance, but it took, unfortunately, Jay passing away for them to soften the stance. And I'm like, damn, they should have softened the stance long ago. But that's harping over sour grapes. But as far as Mark, I've been enjoying his run with AEW. I know he was injured for like a couple of months with a broken, was it a leg injury or something? He was out, but once he came back, he came back like nothing. Like he didn't lose no momentum, in my opinion. Like he's been cooking, and I like and I peeped him at that ROH Final Battle media scrum, and he was like, "This is my first time." He's like, "My first time being a singles guy." So it's like you appreciate that, because you can tell that story. Like this man is trying, he's basically a rookie again, and that's an interesting story. And he can cook that way because he knows how to. He knows his shit. So I appreciate Mark. This is a great signing, in my opinion. So I'm ready for him to cook some more in 2024 because he's entertaining as hell.
That is very true. That is very true. Salute to Mark Briscoe. We're gonna move over to the women's division. AEW picked up Taya Valkyrie in 2023, and I don't know. For me, it seemed like Taya came in hot. They had a real focus on her. And then for some reason, it just kind of stopped. Like it was like women's title program, rampage. Oh, you at the house? All right, cool. So like I don't know what happened here, but you feel me? Like, hey, if I can get a job where I only got to show up a couple times, I ain't gonna do that. But I think Taya is a dope talent. I think that she didn't get a fair shake at NXT. I really enjoyed the Frankie Monet character and having the little dog running around all the fucking time and shit. And we getting slow motion shots of the dog backstage running around the ring and shit. You feel me? This ain't that. This ain't that. This is her basically coming in to be, I thought like a cornerstone piece
and for the veterans of the women's division here. I thought she was going to be able to do the same things like Serena Deeb, you feel me, is like kind of like, okay, let's bring these ladies along, you feel me, because we've been around the block, you know what I'm talking about, a couple of times. So we kind of know a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, the deficiencies and things that they might have and how we can, you know, help them showcase their strengths a little bit more. That's what I thought this was going to be, but I'm not really sure where they are with it now. What do you guys think about Taya? Grace, don't do that, bro.
It's more so how Tony Khan is booking these women. Like it's I know I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but it's like, bro, they are the sideshow. So it's like you said, she was in the women's world title picture, went out to the TBS women's title picture with Jade Cargill, got beat at Double or Nothing, then Rampage, heel turn randomly, and then now she's in Ring of Honor. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? So it's like, I feel like it's more so there's no structure for the women's division in AEW. There's more so structure in Ring of Honor because they're hidden behind a paywall, so they don't really have to worry about time limits or time constraints because it's literally a pre-tape show. But it's like they just don't really. And I'm not going to even lie to you. I'm not going to act like the biggest Taya Valkyrie fan. Like, I was a fan of her in Lucha Underground. That's where it kind of stopped for me, because it's just like, oh, okay, cool. You can wrestle. I've seen other people wrestle like you too. So, but it's more so, it's like Tony Khan don't really know what to do with them. And it's like, if you're not named, and I'm just going to be honest, if you're not named Britt Baker or at the time Jade Cargill, even with that, he was kind of stagnant. He don't really know what to do with you. So it's like they're not really giving her they're not really giving me a reason to care about her as a competitor. And I can say that about a lot of women on this roster, not named Chris Statlander or Julia Hart or Riho or Hikaru Shida. Like, it's certain people that I care about. That's mainly because I go out of my way to look up their work. But as far as like from a strictly AEW point of view, they're not giving me nothing to work with as a fan. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
Gotcha. Lo, what you think?
Definitely. So for me, this list, right, is gonna come with I got my favorites, right? Just based upon the fact that I'm really into MLW. Been to, like, you know, several shows this year, been to enough. And I think that in order, you know, for the booking over there to get us to care about them and like these signings, Taya herself, he might want to take a look at some of that indie tape from this year, right? Certain feuds that she had with people like Billy Stark, so I'm sure we'll get to in a few in MLW. And looking at pretty much like the clean and crisp and kind of antagonistic mic work, I think that like is there, like the proof is in the pudding to how you can get us to care and how you can draw us in. But it's just not enough screen time. And it did seem like once she confronted Jade that, you know, and I mean, granted, we all knew what Jade's future was about to be. Like, and you know, I think they did have a run on the Rampage, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just definitely need to see more, and I'm looking forward to seeing her more. I just don't know if we want to see her in the capacity that we want to. Those of us that's like been seeing Taya in person at, you know, indie shows and shit like that, and knowing that she still got a whole lot left in there. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but you might be right. TK don't really know what to do. There's like, you got a lot of dope women on this roster, but I feel like we don't really, you know, highlight that enough. But we'll move on. We'll move on to Stu Grayson. This is an interesting one. Because Stu Grayson is the first person to leave AEW and return.
He's back.
He was released. Wait, what? Damn. So yes, Stu Grayson, his contract expired. He was not re-signed. And then he was brought back. So Stu Grayson is back. Stu Grayson, I believe, is on Ring of Honor. He was doing a thing with the Righteous for a minute.
Yeah,
where
he was
kind of
and
linked up with them. Yeah,
I think they stopped doing that too.
Yeah. So I thought that he was gonna link back up with the Dark Order and it'd be the Evil Uno, what was it? The Super Smash Bros. Type shit. I thought we was gonna do that again and give them a run or whatever, but I guess not. The Dark Order has the BTE show now, and I don't really know what Stu Grayson is doing. I haven't. Last time I saw him, he was with the Righteous, and and that was in like September, maybe, because he wasn't even with the Righteous when they went to Wrestle Dream and had the ROH tag title match. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just like come back and link up with your partners and shit. Like maybe it was a depth roster signing. I don't know, but I haven't seen him do anything.
Yeah.
And I peeped Final Battle and I haven't seen not one reference of that man. So I'm like,
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, shit, you didn't even know he was back.
Nope.
All right. Well, shit. Well, Stu Grayson, hey, we wish you well in 2024. You know what I'm talking about? Hopefully TK does the same. Next up. Oh, go ahead, Love. I
was just going to throw in there. Like, I don't know if he, it's probably one of them things where it's like, I don't know if they were trying to get his bag right because the contract expired. He still continued to wrestle independently. He did appear on RH TV. And so I don't know, maybe this was just like a lull in the year. You know what I mean? Like the contract was up. They probably said, okay, like take some dates. You know what I mean? Here go a couple TV dates too. We can probably reevaluate the contract. And I guess just based on everything we're saying here, just from that business perspective, like, I don't know, maybe it's like he didn't want to sit, for a certain price. Because I don't know what the plans are, with Grayson, but that's the only thing I could really think of that would probably be relevant to why this situation happened the way it did.
Just negotiations.
Yeah.
Could be. Very much so. Very much so.
Well,
next up is not a wrestler, but an announcer. We got Nigel McGuinness added to the commentary team here this year. And Gresh, I see you applauding. You feel me?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Can I?
WWE messed up letting that man go.
Fumble.
That man could have been. He could have been on SmackDown in place of Kevin Patrick or whatever his name is.
Yeah. He sucks.
Yes, he cracks me up, man. He tickles me, bro. Like, but like he is the fun. Like, dog, I don't know. There's just something about the young guys with the European accents, man. It's just something about them. They funny as shit. I don't know, but like,
Nigel McGuinness is definitely the hater of the year.
Yo, no, big action. That is Buck Nasty. That is Buck Nasty. Nigel McGuinness. You feel? Hater of the year, bro. Like what?
Oh shit.
That man can be sympathetic in 1 second, and then as soon as Brian Dan said, "Oh, this bum has dragon," like, goddamn.
I love it, man. Them balls, man.
I agree with both of y'all. I think Nigel McGuinness was an amazing addition to the commentary team. To be honest with you, I feel like there's some people that they could let go of giving him more work for real. Mm-hmm. But like I feel like guys like Nigel, guys like Ian, guys like Caprice, like those guys deserve more opportunities because I am drawn to the program more when they are providing the backdrop, when they're providing the storyboard, when they are, when they pushing the ism, I'm way more engaged into what they're saying because honestly, other than that, I drown out announcers.
Caprice is so finesse, bro, and Ian is a monster.
Oh yeah, that monster he was on Collision. Great. It was great to listen.
What the fuck did we need Kevin Kelly for?
It's over.
The fuck?
It's over, baby. It's
like as soon as Kevin came back, I just zoned out. I'm like, all right.
It
feel right. It didn't feel right. You had this nigga Ian over here kicking 8 bar on Willow's entrances and shit. I'm like,
to the point where Athena was like, "Where's my bars?"
You feel me?
Everybody wants some now.
Everybody wants some. Everybody wants some.
Like Tony is the good veteran voice because he's nostalgic with the whole TNT TBS. Nigel is perfect balance with him, but then when Kevin Kelly, what's his name? Kevin Kelly talks, I'll be like, all right, what are you saying? So yeah, Nigel, great. Ian, phenomenal. Caprice, that's my boy. Because I be listening to him on DPW. Yeah. So they be calling the show. I think it's Caprice and I think it's Ian or somebody else, but they pretty much sound the same like Ian. It's always good to hear, and they bring a different vibe to it. Like you can tell, like even if they mess up, they Caprice will look into the camera like, my bad.
he just did that the other day. He was like, yeah, I fucked up. It's all good. You know it's all good, man. Moving on, you feel me?
That's what I appreciate with commentators. Like it's not robotic. Like you be like, yeah, I messed up. My bad.
Yeah, and that's like honestly, like it's not robotic. Like it's a natural feeling. You feel me? And that's why I think like Nigel was such a good pickup. Like I'm not gonna hold you. I was a little skeptical about the pickup because they announced it like right around Wembley. I'm like, is this nigga finna wrestle, bro? Like, is you finna get in the ring? Cause like, what you doing, bro? Like, you good? Like, you show you want to do this? Like, I fucks with you, but you know they had you over there, Impact, you know, Desmond Wolf and all that shit. I wasn't feeling shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
but I'm like, nigga, if you ready, if you think you gonna do it, you feel me? I'm rocking with you. You feel me? But I'm like, hey, you know, I just want my G to be good. You feel me? I want my G
Desmond
to be good.
Wolf.
That's all.
Oh my god, that's all. That damn name,
man. Hey, what that nigga say? I wish I had more fingers so I could give them 4 thumbs down.
It's like I'm laughing because I've been watching classic TNA stuff all month. So it's like I finally caught up to 2010 and I saw Des Wolf like, what the fuck is this? What is
like
this?
Matrix, nigga. Like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Why did we sit through this shit?
It was nasty.
That was around that time when him and Dragon was both supposed to go to the E, and like it was like that physical that he had with them. They was like, we don't know about, you know, maybe you should get this checked out. He was like, fuck, I'm gonna go over here and get this bag then. You feel me?
But DB, he put it together though. He finagled the bagel. He said, I'm cool.
Twice.
Walk right on through. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, and the rest is history, man.
Knowing this
got what we got.
This nigga was rattling around in there.
Nigga, like, come on.
Yeah, I fucks with it though. I fucks with it. Let's see who was next on the list. AEW pickups. Oh, my guy. See, look, pre-production. I don't even know if I had hit the button when I told y'all, but this my nigga for real. I call my nigga Jay White, Privilege, Hennessy. You feel me? All
niggas gotta breathe.
My favorite pirate.
Yeah, talk about it. You feel me? Officially became All Elite in 2023. You feel me? Like let's talk about the Switchblade era, man. Where we at with it?
Bullet Club Gold, man. It's a thing.
Shout out Juice Robert.
Yeah, get well soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get well, Juice.
Juice had a year, man. I snickered a little bit, but Juice had a year. Like Jesus Christ, man.
Man, yeah, you
right.
Jay White, yeah, I always joke about it. That's my favorite pirate because he sounds like a pirate to me. I don't know why. I'm like, bro, you sound like you'll be a good Captain Jack Sparrow if they decide to reboot the series. Like, bro,
hey.
he from I mean, he got that. You know, he from down there. Yeah, I mean, right. He got that.
And then he got New Zealand, right? He got the walk. I think he's New Zealand. I thought he was Australian for the longest. Until someone said, yo, he's actually from New Zealand, not Australia. I'm like, oh, well, shit. My bad.
Yeah.
Him and the coldest, I believe, is from
New Zealand. Yeah. She's I think she's the first female New Zealand wrestler.
That's crazy.
That was signed to WWE.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
That's real crazy. Yeah,
I didn't know that fact until I saw like one of her old entrances, like pre-2020 NXT, and it was like the first New Zealand. I'm like, oh shit, she is the first. Damn.
Yeah.
Manny, right?
Yes.
Manny, super Manny. But as far as Jay White goes, I think that I thought that this was one of those no-brainer you feel me moves where it was like, that whole, how the news cycle do, oh, the WWE is so interested in Jay White. It's a toss-up. Which way is he gonna go? Is he gonna go left? Is he gonna go right? There's a fork in the road, everybody. And it's like, come on, my nigga, like
it's the wrestling business. Of course they're gonna be interested in him. They're interested in everybody. You be stupid not to be.
and that part, right? That part. But then also at the same time, I'm not stupid. You feel me? Like I see the way you feel me shit go. I was okay at Tetris. You feel me? Building blocks. I know how this shit works. You feel me? So when you show me this nigga doing shit in 2022, 2, 3, 4 times, pulling up over here, 7, 8 of your top guys is all his partners. Why wouldn't I come over here and get the bag with my dudes?
Right.
I mean, of course, I could go over there. I could go over there. But there's a question mark. There's a question mark over there. You feel me? Like I know y'all gonna make sure I'm good. You feel me? At the end of the day, I might not be a 5-time AEW champion, but I know y'all not gonna play with me. I know that. You feel me? So like, it wasn't really a shocker to me when he decided to go to AEW, but I think that this was absolutely the best move because, like you said, Lo, the Bang Bang Gang, Bullet Club Gold, it's a thing. It's a thing. You feel me?
TV.
Yeah, and not only has Jay White been good for Jay White and for on this national stage, you know what I'm saying, like really putting his business card out there and letting niggas know what the Switchblade era is all about. He's elevated Juice. He's elevated the Guns.
Yep.
You feel me?
Who needed it?
Who definitely needed it. The Guns really 100% needed it. And that's they're on my list for breakout stars of the year because it's like last year it was just so blatantly obvious that they were trying to push these guys and to get them over and to get them involved. You feel me? Couple of segments with Jay White and these niggas is boom up to speed. You feel me? And I'm like, I'm rocking with it. You feel me? I like what Jay White has done for just his stock in general in AEW, and then also I like what he's done for AEW. So I'm 100% with it. 5 out of 5 in my opinion. You feel me? Tipping the Meltzer scale. You feel me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like yeah. Can't agree more.
I think with it's just time. You know what I mean? I really appreciate Jay White's time that he spent in New Japan. He just was a dog, man. He came through talking that shit, through the Bullet Club shirt on after teasing the Chaos thing. You know what I mean? Winning this baby to my left at Osaka. You know what I mean, man? It's just time. Like the whole Breathe with the Switchblade era was crazy. A lot of people, it was a very polarizing time because of Gato and the whole thing. But he that ball, man. He born in 92. You know what I mean? He a 92 baby, October's very own. Like he's one of the cats that I like that's around my age group that's doing what he's doing. And for the fact that he from, down under means a lot. Like shout out to my boy Hanare too. What's up, boy? But you know what I mean, like he just putting on, man, and I just can't wait to see more Jay White television in 2024 for sure.
I like that. Gresh, anything else to add?
Oh no, I'm ready. I'm ready for them to just put the ball in his court and go for it. Like if they don't put the world title on Swerve, he's my next go.
I'm with that. I like that. This next signing the AEW picked up in 2023 has broken the internet a couple of times. She gets niggas. I don't know, bro. Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that meme? Shannon Sharp, where he drinking the Mountain Dew and he's like, "Ooh,
oh boy, yeah,
careful,
yeah,
careful." Oh man,
that's what I feel like. Niggas get to acting like every time Skye Blue is on TV, man. Skye Blue is all elite. You feel me? What do we think about Skye Blue, Low? You got any opinion on Skye Blue?
Yeah, man. So I want to start this off a bit anecdotal.
Yeah.
If we may, when I was in about the second grade,
okay,
there was a young girl, ended up being, grown up into a, young woman. She, good people. Her given name, her real last name and everything, right? This is her family's last name and all that. Her given name was Skye Blue, right? So I bring her up because Skye Blue is a really huge wrestling fan. She's not on social media, but present day Skye Blue is a really huge wrestling fan. And I want to shout out my friend because when Skye Blue got signed, because they've been talking about this thing for a while, and then it's the first person I heard, like, it was like funny, like in the group chat, like, yo, it's a wrestler named Skye Blue, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, where are you from? So asking a few questions, but I wanted to shout out my friend because, this was a person that like put me on her and everything. I love the work, definitely love the work. I'm gonna start there. I'm definitely try to leave it there, but good for television, right? And so it's just very interesting because sometimes when I'm online and when the live show was on, and I love everybody, I love all my niggas, like I love y'all. It's but sometimes, and I know y'all sometimes point this stuff out. Sometimes when these performers are on television, it's like I already see it. You don't have to remind me, fellas. Like we see it, and I get that we can have conversations around that, and we can like bond and he haw and all that good stuff. But like, I'm really here for the graps. You dig what I'm saying? Like again, I'm here for everything. I'm here for the sights. I'm here for the sounds. Like I'm an engaged man. It's all good. But I'm just saying, like fellas, like y'all gotta reel it in. You know what I mean? Like it's there. It belongs on TV, as I get it, but it's just like let's pay attention to the work. Let's pay attention to the story here. But I get it. You know what I mean?
This is from somebody who
definitely excited about this.
This is from somebody who used to do the most out of pocket shit on social media. I don't do that no more. And some of y'all be going too hard, and I'm like, nigga, if I'm saying stop, then motherfucker, you probably want to stop. You going too crazy.
Yeah,
it's like
be doing the most.
They be doing the most, and it's like it got to the point where I think I just stopped commenting on her appearance when someone was like, because you know how you say you got a childhood friend that's named at Skye Blue. They was like, yeah, I thought we was talking about the porn star Skye Blue. I'm like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
When someone told me that, I was like, huh?
I didn't know that there was a porn star named Skye Blue until her.
I didn't know because I saw her never go on the trending. I don't care who you are, don't ever go trending. Because I saw her trending, I clicked on it. I was like, oh, what they talking about? Okay, niggas talking about her ass, and I kept scrolling. I'm like, wait, that ain't Skye. Oh, keep scrolling. Get off. Just get off Twitter. Whoa, get off Twitter. Get off Twitter.
Disambiguation.
So, but yeah, niggas really need to reel it in. Like, and the funny thing is like she's talented as hell.
Yeah.
From what I've been able to see, and also the camera people ain't doing her no justice. Like, bro, if you see she's got a wedgie, I'm gonna need you to cut the other way, because at this point you're keeping the camera right there, and it's like I can't pay attention because all I'm seeing is ass in the camera, and it's not even a semi slide. It's literally right there, like ass, just right there.
And then they got all these NSFW accounts that you feel me, chopped at and slow mo it. You know what I'm saying?
Chop and slop. They chop and slop the spot.
Yeah. They chop and slop.
They be sprawling, bro. Like, yo, like
it's crazy.
You know how you play chop, not slop. They chop and slop.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you know what I mean?
I'm like, nigga, have you never seen a woman before? That's normal.
You know how I don't remember who it was. Was it like somebody was on the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne was like, let me sniff the seat?
I forgot who that was.
I forgot who it was, but I know who you're talking about.
Was it Cardi? It might have, I don't know.
It's either Cardi or Megan. Was it Cardi, Megan, or Nicki?
I think
it was a rapper.
was somebody.
But I believe it was before Megan's time. But that's what you niggas is doing, man. You feel me? You niggas are trying to sniff the seat. Stop. That's nasty.
Yo, Kai Cenat from the young boy from AMP. His homies just did that when Nikki left. Did y'all see that clip?
I saw that.
I saw that.
I saw that. I did see that. You know what? And
can't handle
damn
it. Can't handle it.
that and the nigga putting his foot on the table scaring her. I'm like, nigga, calm down.
The same nigga that sniffed the seat like got on his knees to introduce himself to Nikki. He was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy."
Yo, niggas ain't used to nothing. You know what I mean?
These new niggas are something.
Yo, they a different breed, man.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of new niggas being something and new niggas being a different breed, AEW signed Komander 2023, and he man, I don't know that Komander has had a bad match under the AEW umbrella. I didn't know who the fuck Komander was until this nigga popped up running the ropes, doing all types of flips and shit in slow motion. Nigga, I'm like, bro, I can count to 7 before you hit the ground. How the hell did you get so much hang time? I fucks with it. I think that in 2023, AEW really stepped up from a lucha libre perspective. Like a lot of these guys was able to come in on the show, and if not on, you feel me, like per date deals, you know what I'm saying, like getting positions like Roosh, even though he signed at 22, you feel me, but like actually being able to showcase all of that. Vikingo, you feel me, like coming up, of course, like these unfortunate shit going on with Ray Phoenix right now. I hope you know what I'm saying, get back. But you feel me, like Penta's a constant, you feel me, Komander's now a constant, and it's just I like seeing this, you feel me, because it's just a different flavor of wrestling, and I feel like AEW has kind of been a melting pot of just like all of these different styles of wrestling. And for me, he's been a highlight. You feel me? He's been a highlight for me. Gresh, what you think of Komander?
I've been enjoying a lot of his matches. Like I do, like you said, like I literally zone out in a good way to where I'm like, if I try that shit, my neck is done. Because I already know I'm landing on my neck. But it's like I'm heavily impressed with it. It's like I know how a lot of people like to try to say, oh, this is WCW and all this stuff, but I'm like, y'all niggas keep forgetting that one of the highlights of WCW was the cruiserweight. Yeah. So seeing this lucha shit, and I say that in a good and respectfully, is one of the highlights that I'm enjoying. Like it do sometimes take me out of it sometimes where I'll be like, okay, this does come off a little choreographed, but I immediately get over it when, like, once they hit that second gear, and I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. I enjoy it. But yeah, Komander, yeah, I believe I saw him do one spot, one like I think he did a catwalk into a senton from the top rope. I said, oh, okay, yeah, sign that man. This is when he was unsigned. I'm like, yeah, sign that man. yeah. Like I don't need to see nothing else. Sign that man. Matter of fact, put the TNT title on him. I don't even give a fuck. Just sign that man. Like that's how impressed I was. So yeah, great sign.
Yeah, he trying to give Grand Metalik a run for his money with all that king of rope shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, Grand Metalik. I saw a story about him, and I'm like, well, damn, bro.
That bull.
Yeah.
I didn't see that story, so I don't know if that's a.
No, he basically tried to highball or something, like he was trying not to put nobody over or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like Miro.
You trying to be like Miro or Hogan? And I'm like, bro, you are not a brother. You are a bruh, but not a brother. Come on now,
brother. Lo, Komander, where we at with Komander? Lo, how you feeling about Cousin?
Oh yeah, I like this one. I like this one a lot because this one of the young ones, right? This one of the youngest in charge. I feel like down Mexico, like you know that kid that used to be running around the hood, flipping over everything, and you know what I mean, like could do
silver caps on his teeth.
You know what I mean? Like that's his energy, and I feel like that's what he was as a young kid. You know what I mean? Coming up in Reynosa in Mexico, trying to find his footing at particular. Promotion. Mexico is, you go through the ringer down there. You know what I mean? You go to Zona, you dig what I'm saying? You go to the Mundial. But I think him being, signed to AAA in like 19, you know what I mean, that's when he finally arrived. But I really appreciate the signing because, as you mentioned, and shout out to my boy Roosh, I'm a big LIJ head. That's my shit. Going, you know, all the way back in the day. And, you know, Dragon Lee, right? You know, Roosh, real life brother, was there with him for a little bit in 2022. You know, my boy Dragon Lee on the good things, you know what I mean, in the E. But I feel like Komander is going to fill that void. You dig what I'm saying? And you know, Dragon Lee is filling a certain void as well. I feel like, as we saying, you know, the work that he's had, and you know, but to kind of get back to what we're talking about, I feel like Komander definitely going to fill that void on television. And I mean, granted, I think that for the style of wrestling that is so legendary and just so storied, such as, you know, Lucha, a lot of these young guys born in the 90s, they really got it in their blood, man. And I think that, like, this is, like, I think we really going into a new era. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the Lucha Brothers are who they are. You know what I mean? They set the bar a certain type of way. And I feel Gresh on the choreograph part. I feel like Vikingo was he's very Beyonce. You dig what I'm saying? He's good. He's good as shit. But everything is a count. Everything is a step. It's beautiful. But, like, certain things to the eye sometimes kind of say certain things to the mind when the variations don't seem to be like that fluid. Sometimes you dig what I'm saying, if that makes sense. But Vikingo, that deal, you know what I mean, he's had a crazy, you know what I mean, year. He has a crazy year the year before that. But I feel like Komander is one of them ones that can put Lucha back on television again, on Turner, to a certain audience in a certain light, and just fill some of those voids, man. Fill that Ray Phoenix void a little bit. And you know, really, really get the kids looking at this shit once again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
most definitely.
You know, like, I don't. Yeah, it's interesting that you said the thing about, you know, Vikingos, when it's, you know, it seems like you said very Beyonce, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I love Beyonce.
You feel me? Love it. Love it. Yeah, and you know, it's crazy. Like, I feel like with Vikingo and the opportunities that he's gotten to be on AEW TV, people might not like the way I feel about this, but I feel like he kind of exposed him a little bit, because, like, he was having a couple of matches. I think he had a match with Kenny, and then he had a match like a couple of weeks later. I can't remember who it was against, but he was doing like the same fucking spots. You feel me? It's like,
about the he was
the 450 onto the table to crash.
That's the match I'm thinking about. Yeah.
It's the same fucking match. I'm like, all right, cool.
And he hit his head on the apron, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, be careful, my G. Be careful. You feel me? Like, we want you to be able to do this for the next 10, 15 years. Yeah. Like, easy money. You feel me? Right. But, like, I think I had watched Ring of Honor last weekend, and he had that match with Black Taurus. And it was
talking about Final Battle? That spot where he was standing there the whole time, where he pump fake, and I'm like, all right.
And so, but again, the commentary, right? Ian was like, oh, he was trying to fake him out. You feel me? I'm like, he covered it up beautifully, but I was like, I know that's Cat. You feel me? I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, shit.
Because I'm watching it. You feel me? And I appreciate the effort that you did with the storytelling. You feel me? To cover it up. But I know what the real is. You feel me? He fucked up twice. You feel me? And that's cool, because niggas fuck up. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But what I'm saying is, I feel like a lot of his high, super dope, impactful, oh shit, Komander did this. With all of that comes 3-4 of these off chance, all right, this not gonna look good.
And I feel like I think that's why I feel like I know it's a knock on WWE for most people, but it's like, I feel like WWE has that advantage where they train their people to know where the fucking camera is. So it's like, if he did mess up, it's up to what's his name? Black Taurus? Black Taurus to move out of the shot, because now he's looking up at the camera. Like, is he gonna jump? Is he gonna jump? And me and the viewer, it's like, if I'm seeing you looking to prepare, whereas WWE, they're masters at hiding that. So, or they tell their people, like, hey, if he is out of position, you move or you improvise. You don't just stand there looking like,
we gonna do the spot or not?
We're gonna do the spot or not? So it's a little stuff like that I pick up on, because I'm in production industry, so I kind of know behind the scenes. I know a lot of people aren't really in the industry like that, as far as the media entertainment industry. So I'm like, yeah, I try not to school people on that because I'm like, oh, you're a fucking mark. It's not that deep. I'm like, it kind of is because it make your product look amateur.
Yeah,
so it is kind of a big deal. But I'm gonna let you tweet on with your nonsense.
But this is not a I don't want people to get it confused. This is not a moment for us to like down Vikingo.
No, we're not down in Vikingo. I'm just saying it's like little stuff that we notice, and it's up, and it's like it's up. Like it's not me bashing. It's just saying, hey, this is what you can do going forward. Like just if you see a spot mess up, just get the fuck out the camera. Duck, do something. Don't stand there looking like
drop to a knee, like, oh shit, I'm still hurt a little bit. I don't know, like
like improvise, like, but it's just stuff like that.
Little shit. This next signing, I feel like this is like one of those unanimously, you feel me, positive joints. You know what I'm saying? As my man Seahawk says, Roderick Strong ain't never going back. You feel me? So Roderick Strong popped up and is all elite in 2023 after a very, very quiet end of 2022. Roderick Strong, I think, has had a great year in AEW as far as his freshman year or his rookie year on the roster, at least. But I'm gonna throw to you guys. I'm gonna let you guys get your shit off first, man. How we feel about Roderick Strong? Who wants to go? Gresh, you want to kick it off since you feel me?
Say, man, that character that he finally has now is some of the best work he's been doing since his Ring of Honor days. From the matches that I've been peeping, like the whole Adam or the Samoa Joe.
Absolutely.
Like that is, it's like to think, because I know I've been peeping people like saying, oh, Roddy is boring, he was the least interesting, but I'm like, this man is doing some of the best work of his career, and all it took was him getting muscle busted by Samoa Joe. Pause. So
big pause.
Yeah, that's why I said pause. But it's like when because that's where the whole neck brace came from, was because he got the muscle buster, and I believe Joe stomped on his neck or something with a chair or something. So he kind of injured him in storyline. So they kind of just ran with it to where he's injured going to the ring. But then as soon as that bell ring, the neck brace come out, he get like a superpower, like he's super dude, and he go off adrenaline. So it's great stuff. Like, and Roddy, in ring wise, he was always my, I guess you could say, most underrated in the Undisputed Era, because it's like people always praise Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, obviously, the man who trained Abraham Lincoln, Bobby Fish. They always praise them, but it's like they always found a reason to bitch about Roderick Strong's character work, and I'm like, now you have no reason to, because he's doing some of the best work, in my opinion, in a while. Yeah, it's a great signing, like from just basically off of his work that he's been putting in on TV. So, dub signing for me.
Lo?
Absolutely, man. Roddy Rich, you know what I mean? This is my wrestling birthday twin. You know what I mean? July 26th. He's 83 baby though. But I feel like when we saw Roddy join the era, right? For me, you know, I like to do a lot of, you know, wrestling and rap comparisons. I know we all kind of do that in, you know what I mean, in a certain type of way. It's like fantasy booking, fantasy football type shit, paralleling situations. And I mean, you know, I'll make another parallel after I say this. When, you know, he joined forces with the era, right, when he got back with his homies, that was, you know, that was like Bodie James, like signing to Griselda. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and not to mention that Bodie James as an MC, you dig what I'm saying? Like, he recently had an accident where he's being like wheelchaired around, right? He just had a, you know, accident. I'm glad the boy good. I think he's dropping an album in January or some shit. Another Craven joint should be some fire, just like the last one. But this is, and again, Bodie doing some of his best rapping right now. I feel like he's entering into a certain tier as far as like MCing goes, not just in his region, but just in general. Roddy he's in that same way, right? I feel like with not necessarily, like, because this is my thing, right? The whole WWE thing, right? And, you know, certain guys, you know, leaving or whatever the case is. A lot of people act like in certain instances, right? And I don't know if y'all see this too much, but a lot of people act like because certain cats are going to All Elite, that somehow like they work is going to be subpar. Like that's kind of like a notion I see sometimes, based on like, and it's always that day. It's always in real time, right? And then once they do show up on television, and once they do, I mean, it's like it kind of furthers certain conversations for folks. But I'm just like, do you not want Roderick Strong to succeed? Like, what's the deal with that, right? And I know we kind of always go back to like what's being talked about on the TL, but in reality, like this is a great signing. I feel like we about to get some real goofy shit in 2024 when Adam slide back. I feel like Adam is afoot right now, and a few little funny things going on. I don't know. We gonna see. I don't want to, you know what I mean? But I really feel like with this Kingdom bit, and you know, with my boy Matt with him, and with my other guy Mike with him, I don't know. This shit is golden right now, man. And it's like, it's really for me like the most entertaining I think I've ever seen Roddy. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? Like even like thinking back to like ROH days or like PWG days. You know what I mean? But it's like this is fun. Like Roddy having fun again. Like ain't this good to see?
The whole mustache shaped beard thing. Yeah, he's having fun. And it's like it's funny how you mentioned people on the timeline with this whole stuff. I paid him no attention. I paid them.
Yeah. He getting a lot of love. He getting a lot of love, but it's just
I paid them no attention because they always say, "Oh, this person's gonna be bad here and there," but then as soon as they re-sign with WWE, "Oh, this is the greatest signing since John Cena." Yeah, and I'm like, nigga, didn't you just say this person was trash? Like, I love Jade Cargill to death, but soon the same people who was bashing her in AEW were like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest signing since Batista in 2005." I'm like, nigga, what?
Can I raise a point? I just need to know if it's just me. When Cody was still in the contract at AEW and the contract was slowly expiring, I can remember for about a year where Cody wasn't the good grace guy. Right? He wasn't in like this he wasn't in like folks unanimous good graces. He was way more polarizing.
Yeah.
He was way more polarizing. I feel like I always was a Cody. Huh?
The Codyverse is what I like to call it.
I always feel like I was trying to champion Cody, like Wrestle Kingdom 11. Like the first time hearing Kingdom at Wrestle Kingdom, we end up hearing Kingdom at WrestleMania, and I mean, like it, like he's the fucking president. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I think that the same could be said for our boy Phil. Like somehow Phil popped back up at Allstate Arena. Right, he wasn't at the United Center anymore. He was back at Allstate, and like I don't know, like the talk change, like the unanimous talk changes. You still get the common things, right? Like in certain pockets, but it seems like those pockets shrink up in times like these when folks are getting signed to New York or getting signed to the E, right? As we call it present day. You used to call it New York back in the day, but you sign that contract with them 2 W's on it. It's kind of like you get back. It's like I don't know. It's like a thing. It just magically happens. Am I the only one that notices that?
I notice it. I notice it 100%. And
those are saying it right here, right now.
Yeah. No. I mean, those are 2 of my guys, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. So for me to be this one on these 2, I'll say I'm on the inside looking out. At a lot of niggas, I'm on the inside looking out at a lot of niggas that is acting like I don't know how y'all got to this point of super supportive of these people, because when they was over there on the other side of the fence, it was not all sunshine and rainbows. You feel me? It was like I don't know about this nigga, but now, like you said, they signed that contract with them 2 W's. Cody's the fucking president. This nigga, you feel me? All smiles and
CM Punk is the fucking second coming of Jesus.
And the next heir to NXT, apparently.
Yeah. And I get it. I get it. And I'm gonna just say this and shut my mouth about it. I understand that there is still, because I sometimes, I put certain pictures up from back in the day, like there is still that 5-year-old right here, right? Mm-hmm. That when certain things happen and we get certain surprises and certain shit pops off, that child reawakens. And it's like, and I understand, like we all adults now. It's like, we separate certain things, but we try to always, have fun with it. But I think that's really what the effect is. I don't want to be too much on folks, but I really think that's what it's like. Everybody is just kind of reliving their childhood, and they kind of forget about, not necessarily forget, but like that feeling of having a surprise. Because everything today in pro wrestling is so it's so over the top, and it's like nothing surprises anybody anymore. Everybody knows everything. Everybody's an expert. But like, I don't know. I think like moments like this, like some type of reset button hits, and like I don't know, the little kayfabe beings inside of us. I don't know. They like reawaken. I don't know. So I don't want to be too. I don't want to hold it against folks. I just noticed it.
You just know how to. You know how to shut it. You know how to shut off your analytic vocals and just be a fucking fan, basically. That's basically what you know how to do. And that's perfectly
that's what a lot
fine.
more of us need to do.
That's what, honestly, that's the reason why. That's what I do now. It's like people be always looking for my opinion. Like, it's people online who be looking for my opinion. I'm like, bro, I'm literally a high ass wrestling fan. I smoke weed before I consume wrestling. So whatever the fuck I say should not be taken serious.
I'm signed to the WWW, weed, water, and wrestling. That's
exactly.
That's all I'm doing. I'm cool, and I just ate. I'm chilling.
Like, bro, like I am not trying to. That's what they be like. Oh, you trying to get a job? Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. If WWE or AEW hit me up right now, I'm gonna take the fucking job.
The fuck is wrong with you? Yeah,
but I'm not there yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit back, be a wrestling fan, get my jokes off, and call it a day. Yeah. That's what a lot of niggas need to do.
That's it.
It's fucking wrestling. Like we're literally watching grown men in tights.
You know what?
Do theater, Greco-Roman.
This is the perfect opportunity for me to bring up this clip. I told y'all I was gonna play this.
Here we go.
I told y'all I was gonna play this. I told y'all I was gonna play it because Tony Khan. He said he seen some shit too. He noticed some shit too. He peeped you niggas out there. You feel me, Tony Khan? You can't say the N-word. Don't try me. But he said, yo. He said, I see some. He said, yo, Gresh, Low, Graham, I feel you. I see you, and I see some of the things that y'all talking about. You feel me? And I think to be AEW is to be constantly under. You know, I don't want to take the words out of his mouth. I'm gonna let TK say it. Let me just grab the clip and we go. Here we go.
For AEW and I think Ring of Honor, because it falls under my ownership, to be AEW is to be under constant attack. You do a great show and the next day somebody's saying something negative. You do 5 great shows in a row. Somebody says something negative. You break the ticket record for the most tickets ever sold for any wrestling show in the history of the world, and somebody has something bad to say about it. I just, at this point, I don't worry about it. We just need to go out and do great shows week after week like we did. We were the #1 show on cable this week on Wednesday. We beat every single show on TV on Wednesday out of hundreds and hundreds of shows across hundreds of networks. And we continue doing it, and everybody who works here is going to be in good position.
There's a second part of that clip where he just talks about how, you know, he's like the last of a dying breed in a sense. You feel me? Like, and just he goes into the fight and the passion, you know, that he has for pro wrestling. And that was the first clip that I saw. And he was like, I'm never going to give up the fight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm with you, my nigga. Yeah, for sure. And then I saw this and I said, oh, the context. Got it. What the fuck is he talking about? So this is my thing. This is my thing, right? I feel like we can say these things about the criticism that we see of AEW, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like when Tony Khan says it, wrong messenger, my nigga. You are not the person that should be saying this because
right message, wrong messenger. Like it's like stand up for WWE. Remember that shit?
Remember that? Yeah.
It's like
that's what
like
it is.
It's billionaires crying wolf. Like, nigga, you are the wrong person to talk about this, man. Now, if you were somebody else, maybe Will Washington, because he's not as a higher position, then yeah, it's because let's be real, on Twitter, you do be seeing people who criticize, or I won't even say who bash the AEW out of poor taste because it's not WWE.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and vice versa. Like it's on both sides. It's trolls on both sides. Like they literally make it their personality to just bash these companies. And unfortunately, the people who says criticism in good faith gets drowned out because negativity sells in today's society. So you're not going to get a boost unless you're negative. So it's like kind of like I kind of break it down to like when I upload clips of my show on YouTube, I have to if I want the most views, I unfortunately have to come up with the most negative tagline to get people like, oh, why does he say this sucks? And then when they see it, it's me praising it because negativity sells. And unfortunately, AEW does have a lot of criticism out of poor taste, but then it's like some of it, and then the stuff that he says is being the attack. It's like, bro, this is valid criticism. It's just you can't afford to just ignore criticism. Like you can, it's up to you as a person to kind of break down or sit down and process if this is actually constructive or is it just someone just to be a shit talker. I can tell you right now, if it's somebody behind an Abby or Roman Reigns Abby, is more likely out of bad faith. So because their whole personality is just Roman Reigns. Anything that's not Roman Reigns is just drizzling shits.
Very true.
So.
Very true. Lo, what you think? What you think, bro?
Man, we're this is I'm having a fog right now. But it's like I don't know, man. It's almost like it's disappointing the amount of, I really think it's all bad faith too. A lot of it at the end of the day, a lot of the tribalism. Because for a minute I was about to go somewhere. I had another little anecdote. Let's say that. But let's just say that, when we think about, content creation and the way in which we communicating about this thing over the lines, to a degree, like we do have to kind of, like be a bit foolish sometimes. It sometimes like it pays to sometimes feed into a bit of that foolishness. And I think it can be done playfully in the way that Gresh is talking about, right? With headlines, but then you actually engage with the content, and then it's like this other thing. Like I just did that the other day about kind of taking it outside of the realms of wrestling, but I was watching a video review of the Barbie movie. I recently watched Barbie with my fiance, and the content creator pretty much, you thought she was gonna go a whole nother way, but based on the headline, like she needed a lot of folks to see her Barbie review because, I'm sure it's millions of people on YouTube talking about Barbie, right? And I don't know necessarily how polarizing that conversation is right now, like based on like, we definitely know how polarizing things are in wrestling. But I think that a lot of times, when other folks, right, the folks that do have the Roman Reigns Abbies and things like that, like, I just don't think they have like the range, like to sometimes be able to engage with things in that way. Like everything is just really like serious, like all of the time. And like none of us, not none, but like, some of like we're like many of us aren't on payroll from these companies, right?
Right.
But to kind of even get back to Tony for a minute, and like, guys like Will and everybody, like, and shout out to Will for sure, the year he's had. I think Tony need more. He needs more faces, and he needs to talk a bit less. I feel like in 2024. Not saying that it's not people already in place, but I feel like, I don't know, like I kind of think about like the WWE brain trust, like in the late 90s. And we know how a lot of that stuff turned out. Montreal didn't turn out so great. Fucking Russo leaves, the whole bit, right? But he needs some front facing people. I'm not saying, you got to have a Cornette in the Slaughter, but goddamn, man, like, he and just looking at Tony's eyes, like every time
he needs a Triple H. Triple H is not he's in charge of creative, but he's not the boss. Tony needs to release a lot of his responsibilities. Like these media scrums, he needs to have somebody else be that head that, and while he focus on the fucking company, he needs more. Like that's what I mean. Like he needs to, like you say, he needs to go less. He needs to stay off Twitter unless you're promoting something, because it's like Going back and forth with a random troll is not a good look, especially if you're the owner of multiple companies. I'm not even just talking about wrestling, I'm talking about football too. So it's embarrassing. So it's like
NFL.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're not. It's not just wrestling. You're in charge of football team. You're in charge of I believe a soccer team. I think I don't know.
Yeah. Premier League. He's got a Fulham FC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you're
Chelsea, my squad. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So you got all these moving hats, and it's like, bro, you should not be. Honestly, you should not be focused on what Tribal Chief 95 2020 that made their account in November of this year has to say about your company that you've had since 2019.
Niggas got 17 followers and shit.
TK, like, why are you arguing with somebody with less than 20 followers? What are we doing here?
Yeah, man. To add even a little bit more context to what he was saying in that clip, that was a part of basically like an 8-minute tirade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where he was kind of going in, and the question that was asked, it was the first question of the media scrum, was what's the update to the AEW and WBD relationship, and how does that concern Ring of Honor in light of the recent WWE news? And I don't know how the hell he got to AEW being attacked and the turnstile count from All In. Like, I'm like, bro, none of this has to do with what they asked you. So, like, Gresh, you're right, or you feel me? Like, y'all are right when y'all say like he needs to have somebody else in this position because
he's too emotional with it.
It's word vomit. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like it's just, what are you saying? You feel me? Like, answer the question. You feel me? Like,
because that little rant just proved to me that you're nervous. It just tells me that you're just nervous that you're going to lose a deal.
He's very. I don't even think he's nervous maybe about losing the deal. I just think he's just nervous. You feel me? Like, Tony Khan is very socially awkward, which I think we all kind of understand, right?
Oh yeah, the announcements.
But I'm like, bro, next week live on Dynamite, But I'm like, bro, like, I don't know if you need to take a class, but like just the general practice of you going out here and
he needs to go to an acting workshop.
Yeah, because I'm like,
hit up Tasha Smith right quick. She be doing a lot of workshops.
He ain't got no theatrics to him. He ain't got no show. He not no showman. He ain't got no showman skills.
Nah, he's
as an on camera, you know,
eyes bugged out. I'm like, bro, my nigga.
Maybe it was something he couldn't talk about yet. Because I mean, and again, certain people, you know, they may see certain questions as loaded, depending on the information that they have, the information they can disseminate.
And that's what media training is for.
And he panicked. Absolutely,
he needs media training.
And Paul don't do that
because he needs media training. He needs
a professional.
He needs media training because that's what when I went to school, that was part of my my associates in business. They was like, okay, we're going to take 2 weeks to just teach you how to talk in front of a fucking microphone. And that's what he needs. He needs to find his presence, but that requires him going to a class and actually, but him owning all these companies, he ain't got that kind of time.
My nigga Joe Budden said media training, but he don't know how that go and help you come across to not sounding like an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
and like, honestly, like, and it's not that Tony Khan be sounding like an asshole, but at the same time, it's like statements like this, where it's like AEW is under attack. We do 7 great shows and somebody just has something bad to say and and we just book all the best matches and somebody has something bad to say. And I'm like, bro, you be out here poking the bear and be mad when you get smacked across the face.
Then you just call Shawn Michaels and Triple H an asshole, a bald asshole.
Bald assholes. He was just talking about how the Undertaker, how AEW killed the Undertaker and John Cena's million views streak for the last 15 years of their career. But you mad because niggas say that you can't book your women's division, or you mad because somebody asked you about why you didn't take the CW deal for Ring of Honor when it don't look like Warner wants this shit.
You feel me? Like I don't.
He
Get
still think he on AOL back in the day.
I would have took that CW deal.
I
would have took that CW deal as a backup plan, just in case the WB shit fall through. So that way you can just, hey, we got Dynamite. You want to take this too? And they would have been like, okay, yeah, take it. Because CW needs content.
Yeah.
So that could have been your backup plan. He don't have that business mind because it's like common sense would be like, okay, I'm gonna have this network in my back pocket just in case this one falls through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how they like map out like the fiscal year for these networks and shit. It's like we are in a contract year for not only WWE and AEW. Why are we not hearing anything about who like AEW is talking to outside of WBD? Why is WBD just like it needs to be Warner?
He needs to be talking about multiple
TNT.
people.
You feel me? Like and CW calls you and you like, I don't know, it's not the right time. You feel me? Which I can understand. Which I can understand somewhat, because if the deal is almost up for AEW and you have an opportunity to package ROH with that, I can't necessarily blame him from saying, maybe they might want to pick this up too. But then at the same time, like you said, it could have been a fail safe, because now you're in a situation where they over here talking to the competition and they're publicly traded. The competition is publicly traded. You're privately owned. These people both on either side have shareholders to answer to.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to come up here and say,
and they're looking at the eyes that they're going to bring. People know WWE. People don't really know AEW.
And that was evident when they did that whole inside the NBA partnership, and motherfuckers was like, "Oh shit, Chris Jericho's still wrestling with WWE." Like, no,
no, real shit. Like like I was watching AEW. My sister's like, "That's WWE." I'm like,
Nigga, Shaq and Kenny and Ernie, and they was like, and Chuck was like, "Oh, okay, cool. So, you talking Vince lately?"
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about none of this shit, man.
like Turner back with it. Okay,
it's like,
all right.
Hey,
because it ended sour the last time with Turner.
It's like, oh, this WCW. Oh, so no, this ain't WCW. Who is Kenny? Omega? Who is that?
Like, who is these guys?
Why is Chris Jericho built like a baby mama?
They were saying Jericho. I seen somebody say Jericho looked like Dirk's first baby mama.
Oh man!
I did a quick Google search and I said, "Whoa, God damn, that's crazy. Niggas is ruthless, man." And you know what? Hey, Tony Khan, you might be right, bro. To be AEW is to be constantly under attack. Because what the fuck was that, bro?
You know, terrible.
All right, man. I don't want to play on TK Top too long. You feel me? Pause. That's my guy. I fuck with him.
Yeah, TK that ball, man. He got real it in too.
I enjoy AEW. That's the thing. It's like I'm not even talking about it as a hater. I enjoy both products.
And I fuck with Tony Khan. I think Tony Khan is wildly entertaining. I think this nigga is smart as shit. Yeah.
I just think shit.
We're not about to bring the nuance up. Yeah, I mean,
I just think it's funny that like a lot of us thought that Tony Khan was that clean cut shaven guy. Like when AEW first, we thought that was Tony Khan. This is Tony Khan, nigga. Mm-hmm. Nigga ain't about shit. All right, man. Let's get back to the roster. We only got a couple more here, but this right here is a tag team that signed to AEW in the name of Aussie. Oi. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I want to salute to Mark Davis, because Mark Davis has had an unfortunate 2023 with, I believe it was 2 back-to-back injuries. He's out right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle Fletcher is kind of, you know what I'm saying? I got to put the team on my back, though. I put the team on my back, though. You feel me? Type shit. But yeah, I think that this was a great pickup, a great signing, adding to the AEW tag team division. I mean, the ROH division ain't much right now, but you feel me? They put their stamp on it. You feel me? They put their stamp on it as being the ones to pass the titles off to, you feel me, the current champs, MJF and Adam Cole. But I think that in 2024, we're going to get a hell of a year and a hell of a run from Aussie Open. Floors you got. You feel me? Like, what do y'all think
about this? Kyle being the new ROH television champion. So they're gonna let him definitely cook. while Mark is recovering. I'm just ready to see what they do, because I actually did bend over and pretty much pay for Honor Club, so that's a part of my. I'm not going to say it's part of my rotation, because I watch too much fucking wrestling as is. I need to get outside this bubble from time to time, but definitely when I see something that catches my attention, I'm definitely going to keep my eye on Kyle Fletcher. Like, he is. I know they almost put him in that Don Callis situation. Fortunately, he's not in that no more, so we're cool on that. So, but yeah, from what I see in the ring, like he is absolutely hella talented, and I think he's young, and he in his 20s too. Like
He's in his
like
early 20s, yeah.
Early 20s. So yeah, he definitely got some miles on him as far as like what you can do with like him as a talent. So yeah, definitely it's a great signing. But Aussie Open in general, based off their theme song, is a great signing. But from them working, yeah, definitely a great get.
He's 24.
24. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought he was just under 25. Yeah.
24, ROH TV champion, got Skye Blue on his arm. He's winning, bro.
He's winning, bro.
In life.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fletch, man. He holding that shit down.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, granted, and that's the thing. I really appreciate a lot about this conversation, because I'm definitely I'm a international wrestling Grand Prix like head. You know what I mean? And so the fact that these guys are former IWGP champions, you know what I mean? Everybody has definitely like passed that litmus test. Everybody who we're seeing signs of, from the New Japan pretty much just last year, right? These last 2 years, I think, has been like audition tapes, you know what I mean, to see if guys really belong on American television. And just based on how Will came through with those guys a couple years ago in the Empire and with the Great Okan, like they was putting on a fucking show. And I mean, it's some of the best tag team stuff I've seen. I feel like they definitely filled that Young Bucks void a bit in New Japan. And I'm of the opinion, and I brought up my guy earlier who passed away in May. He totally hated the Young Bucks, right? Mm-hmm. But for somebody like me, I appreciated the personality that they brought into that New Japan arena, you know what I mean? Whether they was in, no matter where they were, but them just being there and being present. But I feel like that same kind of thing worked out with Aussie Open, you know what I mean? And now that, Mark getting his shit together, like I really want to see them like do some shit. Like I really want to see them like really like run FTR. And FTR, like to a degree, they my boys. They still are. You dig what I'm saying? Dax, he be on some shit sometimes. I get it. But I'm really expecting to see real big things, you know what I mean, when Mark slide back. But shout out to Fletch, because he definitely holding that shit down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I fucks with it. Ooh. Great signing. Definitely great signing. Let's see who's next on my list. I'm trying to go in order here. The Prodigy, Nick Wayne.
Oh man, here we go.
Yeah, man, Nick Wayne is all elite. Nick Wayne had a match with one of my partners in Oregon, I believe, about 2.5 years ago. It was a friend of mine. His name is Dorian Gray. And that was the first time I saw Nick Wayne. And again, he's super young now. He's just
probably got to pull that tape up.
Yeah. Great match.
Dorian. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Great match. You feel me? This kid is dope. This kid is definitely dope. I'm genuinely interested to watch his growth in AEW. I don't know how long the deal that he signed was for, but shit, for Tony Khan to commit to this deal damn near 2 years ago, before this kid was, you feel me, legally able to sign to the company for real. Yeah, like that's a commitment. You feel me? And I think that you know what I'm saying, if they continue on with Nick Wayne, especially with the talent that he has surrounding him and supporting him, Christian, you got Darby, the dinosaur nigga, you feel me? Which I don't really put too much stock into that.
Kill Switch, I believe. Is his name?
Kill Switch. Yeah. Okay.
He's no longer he's still a dinosaur, but they're like, oh yeah, we're going to name you Kill Switch.
Yeah.
All right, Lucha.
You know what? I'm honestly, It's better than Luchasaurus being a dinosaur with a master's degree. It really is.
Like that's what he came up with. Okay.
Master's degree, and then he was wrestling in slow motion.
And you know, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that stupid shit on the indies where motherfuckers like have absolutely no idea what their character would be, and this is what we got, man. I'm a dinosaur, nigga.
I'm a dinosaur. If you watch Lucha Underground, he was a ancient reptile.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, nigga.
but Nick Wayne, man, how y'all feel about Nick Wayne and you know what I'm saying, his position, his place in AEW and what he might be able to do.
This man, for him to be 18 years old, he sure do got a lot of ops that are very close to senior citizenship. Like, goddamn, like Edge, Adam Copeland, excuse me, bruh, you out here beefing with a man who can't even legally drive or rent a car and legally drink. My nigga, you don't feel any type of weirdness on that shit, like, bro. But nah, Nick Wayne as a talent, like I actually enjoyed him. Like, I'm not gonna say he's perfect because he's a kid. He has miles to go, but from what I've seen, I'm like, yo, this if he keeps going the way that he's going to be a mainstay. Whether he stays in AEW, go to WWE at some point, because I feel like everybody goes to WWE at some point, or wherever he goes. But yeah, he's definitely, especially because I never knew much about him until Swerve hyped him up during when he was beefing with him. So I'm like, yeah, this is he has a bright future. And then him being under Christian, I'm not gonna say it's been picture perfect because his mom ain't the best actress. But it's like from his involvement with Christian has been, in my opinion, some great television.
Absolutely. Yeah, him being tied to the patriarch, I feel like that's the vehicle that you got to buckle him into. So what you're saying about like, you know, like him having that like mainstayship, like I feel like this is going like test that, like we're gonna be able to see it. And I feel like, you know, at being, you know, pretty much like I guess you could say like AEW's like first apprentice, we can really see like what AEW could do with homegrown talent. And I think that, you know, certain cats that, you know, at the iteration of AEW, certain cats that like came and went, like certain guys we thought was going to, you know, I really like where, you know, we just talked about Lucha. I really like what's going on with Jack Perry. Like, you know, that he getting a certain way about him. You know what I mean? Wrestlers got that trajectory. I feel like he getting to that point where he just like, you know, like, motherfucker's not gonna be able to fuck with me, man. Like he went through what he went through with his folks. You know what I mean? I know he got a certain chip on his shoulder. Yeah. Unlike certain folks like Hook. You know what I mean? I fuck with Hook. You know what I mean? But, you know, and we know we like a little nepotism in our wrestling, right? But when you put a guy like this, in a story with Christian coming off of what he just came off of and involving the guy's mother, it's must-see television, right? And then I think just based on what he could do, how he could grow, like he could definitely go places. But for now, yeah, let's keep supporting, you know what I mean, the situation. Let's tune in when he on the screen, you know, with the patriarch, because like this, I feel like this about to be some shit. Like this about to be some real compelling shit.
Yeah,
and I think they could really do something with down the line with the split of him from Christian Cage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could do something there. And you know, while we're here, when we're talking about him having beef with niggas that's real close to senior citizens, the next person that they sign would actually be Adam Copeland, the rated R superstar.
There you go.
Or the rated R superstar, as Taz said.
Oh my gosh, Taz, man.
His accent like be whooping his ass. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Man. And Bashman be killing him too.
For sure.
Very good. And promo job.
Man, that's hella funny. So yeah, Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, pulled up and signed to AEW. I believe it was first week in October. He showed up at Wrestle Dream up there, and was that in Seattle? Seattle? Yeah. Boom. Yeah. So salute to Cope.
Adam Cope, baby.
Adam Cope, baby. That's crazy, man. I don't know. This is just Edge and AEW in my opinion. I don't know what the fuck is this.
Same music, same
which is cool.
gimmick, which is cool. Look, I fuck with Metalingus.
Fire. Yeah.
Nigga.
I got to have a Metalingus conversation with a nigga at work the other day. You feel me? Just based off of it. Nigga was playing Creed. I said, hey, bro, you talk about you know about Alter Bridge? What you know about Alter Bridge?
Rancid. AFI was good. Like
all that shit, right? All these little groups that have, you feel me, just different iterations, you feel me, and like of themselves, you feel me, type shit. But yeah, I don't know. Adam Copeland in AEW, he's funking with Christian, which is like what it should be. Everybody thought, you know, they'd be coming together and like team up or something like that. I was kind of against the idea of them feuding in AEW when it came to the idea of, because like a lot of people were like, oh, he should go to AEW and like he should have his retirement match with Christian. And I'm like, I get that, but why the fuck would he have his retirement match with Christian?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my partner and all, but like at the same time, like, aren't we here to elevate and to bring, you feel me, each one teach one, bring the next generation up, you feel me? Like, I don't want him to go over to AEW and have all this creative freedom and, you know, opportunity to tell the stories that he wants to tell in his retirement matches with Christian. No, get right to the shit. You feel me? Because as long as they've been kicking it, as long as they've been running and gunning, you feel me, with Edge and or Adam Copeland and Christian, Edge has been number one, Christian has been number two.
Yeah.
Now we're in a position where Christian is number one. You feel me? The roles are reversed. So like, unless this is going to be a situation where they both ride off in the sunset together, I don't give a fuck about a retirement match between these two guys, bro. I don't. I need an actual end of the era WrestleMania 27 with these two guys, if that's where we're going. You feel me?
Yeah,
but like,
and that wasn't really end of an era because they wrestled the next year.
He get right back to leftover. You know what I mean?
Triple H, like, I shaved my head this time.
Adam Copeland, I like how you mentioned the creative freedom. I feel like a lot of people don't need creative freedom because most of these stories that they be freely telling suck. But as far as like with this, it's just, it's like I've already seen all there is to see about Edge, Adam Copeland. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, he's in AEW. This is he's basically a grizzled version of himself. Like he's basically rated R in name, not in action. He's just an old man with his old catchphrase from WWE. But as far as like what he does now, it's just more so he's just he's just here riding. I'm not finna say this is the worst signing I've ever seen. Like I'm a fan of Edge. I'm a fan of Christian. I'm more so a fan of Christian Cage than Edge, but it's more so it's like this is cool for what it is, but it's like so far I need to see more before I make a final verdict on like, oh, this is so what was the point of him being here? But so far so good as far as like what he's been doing outside of him murking the kid in front of his own mother. But I'm like, bro, you just okay, and you wonder why she attacked. Okay, but yeah, it's I'm not really over the top excited, but I'm not bummed out either. It's pretty. It's cool for what it was.
I'm kind of on the same wave. Low,
me too. Yeah, I'm feeling the same way, man. I mean, like when we seen our guy pop up at the Rumble,
2020, right? Yeah. Right before the shutdown.
Right before the world went to hell.
Yeah, man. He still had, certain, again, feelings, that 5-year-old, right? And just that emotion and everything. We ain't got that no more. You know what I mean? Like once
the nostalgia has ran off.
Right. You know what I mean? Like thank God that the Judgment Day are doing what they doing, like, and they dropped him off, and quite a decision. And I really liked where it was going for a minute, but I was like, oh, okay, you dig what I'm saying? And I hate the old man thing. Like I don't hate it as in like I disagree with it, but it's just like the fact that we at this stage in his career and like it's that visible. You know what I mean? Like certain guys really like play it up, like and like kind of do something with their age sometimes. Like we might mention one before this is over. But do y'all remember the I Got Grit promo? I got grit when he did the Like now he just got grits.
Close up and shit.
Yeah, like at this point now he just got grits. He's just an old guy. He just got grit.
The
he got
grit
grits.
couple.
It's plural now. He don't got grit no more. He just got grits. It's time to
to
down
eat some
and
grits.
You know what I mean? Because like it's nothing left. I love the guy. You know what I mean? He gave me a lot. Yeah, I mean, childhood into my adolescence, like, I mean, my folks thought porno was about to be on television. Like, he gave niggas a lot to remember. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not too much drip left in that bottle, man.
Nah.
And so, I mean, I hope we see some exciting things. Like, I hope, you know what I mean? I mean, a part of me kind of just, wants. I don't know. A part of me kind of didn't even want to see Edge in AEW. Like a part of me didn't. You know what I mean? But we all need work. We know what's going on out here, so let's support it, right? But it's like, I'm not buying at the moment. I need a little bit more. It was dope. Go fuck yourself. So, some of it was cool. I got a little bit out of it, but just just for him being there, it's not doing much for me.
Yeah. I have that clip. I want to play that real quick, actually.
I almost forgot. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I mean, he got his shit back, but it's just like,
I know the censor guy got fired that day.
Yeah.
or a real strong reprimand and finger wagging. You know what I'm saying? You might have to choke out a famous guy's kid.
Because that man because they did censor like. Right when the beat said "on this day," like the whole promo was done.
It was over. Like you was on delay on it.
Man fell asleep and just said, "Oh shit."
Niggas was back there eating edibles and shit.
He ain't have his coffee or something. But the coffee spilled some shit.
That's crazy. Right over the fucking button, man. But yes, Edge, man, I guess, we'll figure it out when he figure it out. But I think we maybe need more time to make an evaluation on that. Yeah. He's only been there for about 2 months, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely,
this is a good conversation to have once we reach that year mark to see if it's a hit or miss.
All right, so check this out. I don't think I need much more time to tell you guys how I feel about this next one. Because he just officially signed, but he been kicking it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So salute to look. I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm not saying I don't dislike this guy. I've seen a lot of amazing matches from this gentleman, and I was very excited to see him come into AEW. Kota Ibushi.
Oh yeah.
A
shell of Kota Ibushi.
Hey guys,
it ain't Kota.
It might be off.
Yeah, that ain't Kota. I don't know who.
MLS.
Yeah, man, it might be over for my guy. You know what I'm saying? He came in blood and guts, I believe.
It was blood and guts
with the
transition
beer belly. Match. You feel me? Like he had the beer belly. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, slow. You know what? Hey, check this out. I'm coming over to America. You feel me? It's new shit. I'm getting used to, you know what I'm saying? Da. Cool. Take your time. Whatever. Don't believe he had the best showing in that match. It was okay. They had that 6-man at Wembley. Mm-hmm. Again, I didn't feel like it was there. Then they had the 8-man tag, like right before Full Gear. I think it was on the Dynamite, right? They did the DDT type match, you know what I'm saying, on Dynamite with him and Kenny and Jericho and Paul White, of all people. Weird-ass team. Weird. That was
straight out of DDT Pro, too, the way they put that together.
Yeah. I think they definitely, like, Kenny and Kota definitely put that match together and was like, oh, you know what we could do? I'm going to ride a bike. You feel me? And cool. I'm like, I like some of that extra DDT shit that they be doing. Like, they be fighting in the streets. Like, they had to pop up, you feel me, ring, like out of nowhere, you feel me, and started going crazy in the middle of the street, you feel me?
Yeah, the subway. What they had the thing last year. Takeshita was wrestling Cuz on the racetrack.
Oh
you
yeah,
feel me? The 100-meter. You feel me? It was, you feel me? Jumping the hurdles and shit, fighting. That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah,
But
they did
at
a
the same
baseball
time,
diamond too, I think. One time.
yeah, bro.
Suzuki was in that match, I think. It was at the
just
Carp.
be
It's a
anything.
Japanese team, yeah.
Yeah. They be going crazy, and I fucks with that. You feel me? But I'm like, I feel like something's missing. Something is afoot here. You feel me? Like, why are we hiding Kota Ibushi in all these multi-man matches?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Good question.
The way some of those, like you mentioned, the bike, the way he hitting those people, I feel like he probably would have been gassed in the singles match. I don't think he's all the way there. I think that last shoulder injury that I read he suffered kind of fucked him up to the point where it's like they have to hide him behind multi-man matches. He's not the Kota Ibushi that was no selling getting dropped on his neck 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
He also just before that 8-man tag, he said he broke his hand training.
Yeah.
Like, my nigga, what you doing? Every time I see this man get on Twitter, he on some nut shit, bro. The nigga was getting naked. He was getting naked one time.
Right.
Over here, like weird ass training techniques. Oh man, I broke the back of my hand, not my whole hand, just the back of it. Like, I'll be fine. Like, I'm like, what you talking about, bro? Like, what's up with you? Like,
why you say this so casually?
Yeah,
he'd die for this shit too,
bruh. Like, for real.
I know one thing. They better not let that man. They better not let that man hit and blade him no more. I tell you that. Like, I don't want to see that hit and blade no more. No mas. Like Roberto Duran, no mas. He don't need, you know what I mean? Whatever no more is in the finest Japanese, you know what I mean, that anybody can speak. That's Kota. They don't want that no more. And that's why the nigga getting naked and shit like that. Them concussions and shit, man. And Kota's smart motherfucker. Like, I heard, he done talked some shit before, and the wrestlers are on Vice, like, very profound, you know what I mean? Educated. But yeah, he can't take no more serious neck or head like crazy spots, bro. High impact spots.
Oh yeah.
And
the talk is different. It's different today right now.
It's different, man. I wish him all the best, man. But I just feel like he might have lost a step or two here.
Yeah, getting hit and bladed all across the Tokyo Dome. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like,
yeah, I give him another 2 years before he's done. If that.
Well, let's we can talk about the hidden blade, man. You know what I'm saying? Pipe down, bruv. Pipe down, bruv. You feel me? Listen, Will Ospreay is now all elite. I feel the same way about this pickup that I felt about Jay White. WWE is so interested in Will Ospreay.
He might be
conversations, might be TNA. I'm not stupid. You feel me? Like, dog, all my partners is over here. And at the same time, we might be getting into a space where AEW and New Japan could be playing a dangerous game, a monkey in the middle. You feel me? Like, ain't Stardom under Bushiroad too as well?
Yep.
That umbrella.
Yes,
you feel me? So with that said, why even get to the point of your contract expiring and you can negotiate with the ops when, hey, check this out. We can get you everything you want. Just go holler at my niggas across the street over here. You feel me? Like, you are still under contract to New Japan, and they said, all right, cool. We're not going to be able to pay you what bro over there going to be able to pay you. But for you to be able to be comfortable, not have to really move to America because you don't fuck with that shit like that. You want to kick it at the crib.
He don't. Yeah.
He don't at all. You feel me?
That's a good ass point.
That's the crazy thing too.
They said that.
They said that, and they for sure said that shit. Nigga, you don't want to move to Orlando. You don't want to live in Florida. What? But they did say the same thing about Gunther, though. They said the same thing about Walter. And that nigga over here, what? 85 pounds lighter. You feel me? Looking like a boy.
Married. Yeah. He got the red carpet.
Yeah. Turned up. But like,
that's crazy.
For Will Ospreay,
deserved. Yeah.
This was definitely a monkey in the middle situation where it's like, we're not even going to let them niggas feel like they could get the ball. You feel me? Like, go holler at Tony Khan, get you feel me, 5 million, whatever, for the next 3 years, 5 years, or whatever the deal is. You know what I'm saying? Turn up, do your thing. I think Will Ospreay is finna go fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, sure. He's already been going crazy in 2023. 2024
no.
is
he finna turn this shit up to 11.
He finna go, boy. Yeah. He is someone that I sort of dismissed in 2019. And then soon as like 2021, 2022 hit, he was like, all right, bet, watch this bitch. And then 2023 came. I'm like, oh, well, shit, my fault. I apologize for my outburst. so it's like, definitely 2024, that boy is going stupid.
Yeah,
his 2 matches with Kenny, great shit. So
let me ask y'all a question.
Yes, sir.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
So we seen what happened, right? We seen all the entrances, right? When they was outside over the John, over the pine, right?
Yeah, man.
We seen everybody coming out party, right?
Yeah.
Who about to headline Wembley? I mean, right? But like, do y'all see somebody else with him?
It gotta be him.
It gotta be them, right? It gotta be them for all the marbles. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what homeboy about to do. I think he re-signing. He still got the chip, bro. And the way them boys had that coming out party at Wembley, we seen Swerve entrance. Then looking at Will situation, bro. Like we in for a surgical summer, boys. Right. It's gonna be a surgical summer.
Yeah, man. I think these last couple of years, Will Ospreay has definitely put his flag in the ground and decided to say, all right, for Gresh, like you said, for anybody that dismissed me, you feel me? Like, all right, cool. We finna what Cody say? I went from undesirable to undeniable.
Goddamn undeniable.
Yeah.
From ashy to class.
That's this nigga right here, man. Like, Will Ospreay finna go crazy. And I think that with the man, and I'd hate to say this, but Kenny Omega's getting older. His body's breaking down. We see this with this diverticulitis shit. I don't even know if I said that word right, but get well soon to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because that's some shit to have. You feel me? So, but I'm like, I feel like over these last couple of years, Will has said, all right, cool. Y'all think Kenny Omega is the best in the world? I'm finna show y'all a thing or two. You feel me? And that nigga has really put his mag down. On top of that, like, that nigga's just better than a lot of these niggas, bro. Like, I know a lot of niggas get off on this, like, man, Zack Sabre Jr., he's nice. That nigga is not Will Ospreay, bro. He's not.
And I love that. And I love that, man. I love Zack Sabre, bro.
That nigga tie niggas up in a pretzel so smooth, niggas don't know who Auntie Anne's is. You feel me? I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that nigga is that nigga. You feel me? But Will Ospreay is on another level, bro. And I'm just so excited to be able to like see his 2024 in AEW and see what he does on American television. And just on a bigger stage. You feel me? On a bigger stage. I want to see what that Wembley shit is like. You feel me? Because ain't no way he's not headlining that. This nigga's on the poster. MJF is not. MJF is your world champion. I just want to point that out. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the fake bidding war. I'm not signed to this company thing or whatever, but he's the face of Wembley.
That nigga ain't going
all
nowhere.
in.
I don't think he is.
2024. Bro, you're telling me, you're playing in my face at this point.
He can't leave. He can't leave yet.
Yeah, I don't see MJF as any different of an AEW guy than Hangman Page or any of the Elite. That he's an AEW nigga. Like, don't get it fucked up. Like, Cody brought me in, but this is my shit over here. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at the landscape. You feel me? Like, where would I fit if I was to hop the fence? You know what I'm saying? Where would I fit right now? They getting a lot of shit is going on over there. They just got, you feel me, Punk back. You feel me? Like a lot of niggas is cooking over here. A lot of niggas is cooking over in WWE, and I don't know where MJF would fit in the landscape. Of course, I feel like they would slot him in somewhere nice, but it's like you not gonna be the champion with a year-long reign. You feel me?
Oh, nah.
And get the last pay-per-view in your home city
title.
You're not getting you're not getting
where he was champion at SummerSlam and then pedigree and cash in, and here's the guy that we actually want.
Yeah, for sure.
It won't be because that's the thing. He could be the top of AEW, but he would be the middle in WWE.
Yeah, man.
Because there's so many heavy hitters over there, so it's like they're not gonna bump them for MJF.
No,
and New York is damn near becoming a babyface territory right now. Mm-hmm. Like the heel's not really getting a lot of shine, right? You feel me? Like y'all cool, but y'all getting your ass whooped. You know what I mean?
If you ain't Roman Reigns, you ain't really
right.
But Will Ospreay, man, I wish him all the best. Y'all got anything else to add to Will Ospreay before we move on to our last one?
He's definitely gonna cook.
Yeah, that boy came a long way, man. Yeah. Put that weight on, heavyweight. Like he's arrived. Yeah. He's a fucking robbed, man. Like, and it's beautiful.
Pipe Down Bruv needs to be his first AEW shirt.
Yeah, that's
just gonna fly off the shirt.
That's clean.
That's gonna fly.
That's gonna fly. Down, bruv.
He's like, all right, I get it. All right, pipe down.
Just don't put his face on it. Just don't put his face on it. Because you know how a lot of niggas like to put their face on it. Just put pipe down, bruv. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate that shit.
And the Empire logo or something like right on the back.
Right on the back. Like don't overdo it.
Logo you know what I mean?
That will be popping me. That will be stopping me from buying a lot of these niggas shirts because they be putting their face on. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna walk around with your face on in the front fuck.
Like niggas niggas think they Sting. From fucking 90, you know what I mean? From 98. Fuck out of here.
Like nigga, no.
And that's one thing I will say that just to close out the Will Ospreay thing. You said you feel me, the you know what I'm saying, United Kingdom shit on the logo on the back. You feel me, with the three of them all over here now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, with Aussie Open and Will Ospreay, you feel me? I'm like, I'm definitely interested to see, you know what I'm saying, like what they do, because like trios titles.
Oh man.
Come on, like it's up. You feel me? And I feel like they could definitely add a lot to the trios division.
Yeah.
Over there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah definitely. That'll be fire to see. We got one more. And this is the last signing that they have made this year officially. Mariah May is All Elite. Immediately put her into a program. Look at you over here. Look, Birdman hand rub, like you got a couple Skye Blue gifts. Man, calm down, boy. but talk to me. You seem like you're excited to talk about this, man. What's up? What's up? How you feeling about Mariah May, Gresh?
We ain't really got too much from her. Like I know they're going the whole Mickey James, Trish Stratus route with the whole potential fangirl story with Toni Storm. But from the clips I've seen of her actually in Stardom, because I don't follow Stardom, but I've asked people like, hey, show me some of her work, because unlike some of these weirdos out here, I'm not out here just looking at the looks of it. She's a very gorgeous woman. I'm not even finna cap on that. But I'm like, let me look at the history. And all I can say is, yeah, she's definitely gonna be a threat if Tony plays his cards right with this one. She's definitely a good get. Like if you got me out here wondering if she's legitimately going to break Julia's face during her match, then she's doing something right. Like she's very young. She's actually has some experience, because if you can survive Stardom and Japan wrestling, you can survive the US wrestling, because they hit so fucking hard. I feel like every report is somebody got a minor injury from a punch to the face. So I'm like, yeah, if she can survive that, yeah, she's good. Yeah. So most definitely. And I'm obviously intrigued with what they're doing with Timeless Toni Storm, because it's so corny, but in a good way, to where it's like now that they added her to it, and it's like I got a glimpse of what they did on Dynamite tonight, the time that we were recording this, to where I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand where they're going with this. So hey, I'm intrigued. That's why I rubbed my hands like that. Like I'm like, yeah, they're gonna let her cook. If he plays his card right, if Anthony Khan plays his cards right, she's gonna be a a force in that women's division.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, definitely, she's cut her teeth. You know what I mean? Rev Pro teamed with Mina over in Stardom. You know what I mean? They lost the titles eventually. And I mean, she basically made it to the final of, like, you know, Stardom's answer to the G1. You know what I mean? The 5-star Grand Prix. Lost in the final round to Hanan. And I mean, like, you know, again, man, we just see the auditions. We see the work being put in. And it's just like, it's time to, you know what I mean, get these people TV contracts, man. Because I think, especially in the women's division too, like, this is a very, like, good get, because, like, she's very underrated. I believe she was like 90 something. She's like in the 95, 94 territory, I believe, in the women's you know, PWI 250. A little bit of a low ball. I feel like you make it to the final round of the Grand Prix, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's more to life out here than just the WWE women's division. And you know, a lot of women who doing good work on the indies, but that's a major accomplishment in Stardom in Japan, you know what I mean? So I really think that, like, we're gonna see some promising things. I really think that, like, you know, she could definitely wake it up a little bit in the women's division, and it's being woke up a little bit. And I believe her and Tony have definitely crossed paths in some type of training capacity over in Japan. But yeah, let's get ready to see, like, if they can have a, you know, a real good program with some funny references, maybe, you know what I mean? Because I think Tony's entertaining, you know what I mean? But I think the Mariah May thing can really be good. And there was rumors for a long time that she was gonna come over anyway, so I think folk were just waiting, you know what I mean? Just like, well, you know, they need women anyway, so, like, let's get Mariah over there. So I'm just, you know, definitely glad that it happened. They put that pen to paper.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with like about like Mariah, like rumors of her like coming over for a long time and them just kind of waiting it out. I think the same thing with like what's her name, Megan Bain. Like, she signed to AEW, but she was like, hey, go slide over there, and, you know what I'm saying, go pick up some different techniques and shit like that. You feel me? Have fun with it. You feel me? And then when you're ready to come back and we're ready to slot you in, you know what I'm saying, like, you'll be a lot more polished. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, we might have something really good for you to come into rather than just sticking you on Collision, you feel me, every other week. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool too, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you feel me, like, you want these stories and the character development to kind of, like, go at a growing pace rather than just kind of be like, you know what I'm saying, all types of random moves being made.
So, like the devil storyline.
Oh God, man. Yeah, like
they don't even have an end point. I feel like they wrote the beginning, didn't think about the ending.
Let's wrap that shit up, B.
Whereas with Toni Storm, it's like, it's something that you don't really need to know the end point, because she can literally just vibe. She's just a vibe.
She's timeless.
She's timeless.
She's timeless. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
So
it's like
it's gonna get good.
Yeah, and that's why I be telling people, I'm like, some characters you don't have to overthink. Just vibe. Big pressure you apply.
I like that. Real ass shit. That's gospel.
I will say, like, that remix. Anybody notice the Swerve's? Nope. I haven't heard anybody, like, comment on Swerve's vocals on that. Like, I feel like the mix on Swerve's verse is horrible, bro. Like, what the fuck?
On the remake or the
on the remix to that.
Yeah, it don't fit the rock. His vocals don't fit the rock version. I feel like he should have re-recorded it.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Because his original the vocals that they put on the remix fit the original vibe. Yeah, that they had, but the remix that the rock, I'm like, I feel like he probably should have re-recorded it and went harder, because the original was more so like pedaled on the metal on my rebel wings, no rebel. It's like a vibe, like you just chilling. Whereas the rock is like, he should have been like pedals on the metal, like he should have been like really going like he should have been going like stupid on it. So that's what I'm saying. Some remixes need, like, I don't think I think some songs remixes wise can fit the original vibe, but in this case, he should have re-recorded to go a little harder than he did.
He should have been like, it's about drive, it's about power. That's what he should have did. That's what he should have did. Okay. Hey, man, listen.
Oh yeah, The Rock was a rapper at one point.
This Jesus Christ, please never be a rapper again, right? Oh, man, that was crazy. What a fucking time. But yeah, man, listen, what a fucking time that I've had, like, with you two here this evening, just having this conversation about, you know, the landscape of AEW and the performers that they've got, the trajectory that some of them are on, the high hopes that we had for some, and, you know, some that we're just looking at unfortunate truths. But this, I think that AEW stands to be in a really good position for 2024. I'm very, very interested to see what happens with this TV rights deal, and interested to see what happens with Ring of Honor. You know what I mean? Because I think that Tony Khan really stepped out and put his stamp in the game and was like, nah, not only am I going to run AEW, I'm finna run the table with Ring of Honor too, and I'm not finna let this company die. So
God damn, my internet just went like to shits. The fucking crazy out here. But yeah, my bad. As I was saying, I was trying to close out.
Yeah, right there.
And give y'all the floor. You feel me? But
yeah.
But yeah, I was just saying, AEW stands to have a really dope 2024, man. I'm really excited to see what they do and what some of these performers, you feel me, come up with and the shit that they can, get into in the next year. You feel me? But I wanted to give you guys the floor and, anything that you guys wanted to get into.
Oh, yeah. So basically, as far as AEW is concerned, I see some solid things in their future. It's some things they hopefully get right. Hopefully they don't like certain things that they fix, but that's just honestly that's just charge it to the game. Don't really lose sleep over it. But as far as overall from 2023 standpoint, I feel like they've actually had more highs than lows. But as far as myself and everything going on with yours truly, if you guys want to keep up with what I'm doing, I know once I come back from vacation, we'll do our annual end of the year awards on December 26th, and then after that, we'll probably be back bright and early on the new year. We drop new episodes every Tuesday after NXT. I kind of floated around with that idea because at one point we was going to do the pre-tape, but it's like I feel like the vibe of, and honestly I can say it because I'm cool with all of y'all, but me keeping up with Public Enemies podcast like helped me say, okay, it's okay to be a chill person in this space. You don't have to do the whole trying to be analytic and all this stuff. Just watch the product, vibe with your people, and call it a day. So that's the vibe that we've been going on, and it's worked exponentially from all fronts. Like people been tuning in, downloading episodes, telling me about it, pretty much keeping up with the vibes of what I bring to the table. Like as far as myself, my co-host Highlight Reel, he actually did 2 theme songs for me this year. I didn't even ask him to do one. I was like, bro, can you remix this song so that way I won't get copyright for using the beat? And he was like, yo, I got you one better. I'll do an alternate. So whenever I do interviews, I've been tapping into interviews and all this stuff, trying to basically continue that. Like I renamed it. It used to be just random interviews, but I was like talking ish with Joshua Gresham. So that way, and the reason why I went with that name is so that way, if I do get to the point where I step out of wrestling more, it'll be cross-platform. Like it won't be like, hey, let's talk wrestling with Joshua. It's like talking ish, like we talk about whatever, whether it's wrestling, sports, UFC, WWE, movies, or whatever. It's like I want to get to know the person. Like my interview, one of my favorite interviews to do was one with Jay Bougie, John. Like he is pretty much a people person. Like he's like people don't know how to turn the character off as far as like separate the character from the person. So me getting to know him and what fatherhood meant to him and to get nuggets from him, like I believe we're around the same age, if he's not younger or older, I don't know, but it was a great conversation. Like stuff like that is where I'm taking the direction. Like I got my foot in the door with content from video games. I'm not as interested in video games like I used to be. So it's more so like I'll still do it because I got supporters who actually like the gaming stuff. But my focus is more so being a historian of wrestling. So it's like I'm tapping into the retrospectives and the and that type of stuff. So yeah, most definitely keep it locked on that. As far as the Gresh brand is evolving. Like I'm done being a one-man team. I've been doing this for over a decade. So it's like I have to evolve at some point, and me evolving involves me opening the door to work with other people. Like I got people doing my thumbnails and I'm slowly working with a second editor, so I won't have to keep stressing over getting new content out. So it's going to get. I feel like 2024 is definitely going to be where I'm going to be strictly the face of content as far as like I'm still at it because I love it, because I love doing this shit, but I won't do it as much because it's time consuming. Like, people don't understand being a content creator is a full-time fucking job. So it's like, since I started freelancing because of the pandemic, it's been easier to transition or to crunch on whenever I'm not traveling for work. I can do whatever. But yeah, keep it locked on Gresh Unleashed, the Gresh Unleashed podcast. Gresh, it's Gresh on Twitter. I'll still be my jovial self, but I won't be as out of pocket as I was over the summer because I have to evolve. Like, I'm not finna be, whatever you thought I was in September, June, July, August, that nigga's gone. It's strictly we here with good vibes, spurting good energy, and just being good people overall. So that's my vibe. So yeah, Pete Gresh Unleashed every Tuesday, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless stated otherwise.
Big action, man. Gresh said, yo, you gotta elevate and delegate like Tony Khan, man. You can't be the one-man stop shop, boy. You gotta
exactly.
Like, you gotta evolve, my boy.
Yes. Lo, my guy, the locker room lead, man. Give me the ism, man. What's in the news? You feel me? How you feeling? Let me know what's coming.
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate you, Gresh. You know what I mean? Keep up the good work, my brother, and keep your head up, bro. Like, you know who you are, and we know what this is, bro. So it's like, you know what I mean? We know what's going on. Graham, it's all good, baby. I think for me, man, I'm just very excited about this new year. If you tune in to YouTube or Twitch, still figuring out the Twitch thing, and it's very interesting. You know, we're in a new locker room now. I'm in a new crib in the city. You know what I mean? So we're getting a lot of things figured out. Welcome to the new locker room. I still got some work to do around here, but I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. In the past 2 weeks, if you have, 2 interviews are now up. One with Treson Teej of Palmetto Academy Wrestling in South Carolina. Real good, dope interview talking about his story. And the second interview was with none other than the Revolutionary, the Intergalactic Soul, Brother Darius Lockhart, Ashe Wrestling. Shout out to all y'all. Definitely a dope, in-depth conversation that we had. And it's just going to be more in the way, man. You're going to see me probably on certain other shows, such as the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast in 2024, the Almanac Show, places like that. But you definitely will see a lot more Locker Room League content. There will be Locker Room League.
Ooh, shit.
There definitely will be. Say that one more time, Grant.
Oh, Pete, I sneezed.
P3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's wild.
Listen. Once, listen. I'm just trying to pull the guys up. But listen, now that I'm on the platform once again. You know, shout out to Keeks as well. You know what I mean? I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Any links that will be sent, I will be accepting. You know what I mean? I'm with it. You know what I mean? I'm down by law. So it's gonna be a lot more interviews, a lot more retro content, digging into, you know, certain leads and stories into wrestling that make this thing what it is. And we're just gonna be talking a bunch of different stuff within pop culture. Some of y'all know I'm a real huge Philly sports fan. I'm gonna be getting into some of that on, a few other segments. You know, it's all gonna be on the Locker Room League's channel, but I'm gonna definitely try to put everything in its rightful place to set that up for everybody, depending on what y'all want to see and engage with. And it will be a little bit of gaming. You know what I mean? It will be some. You know what I mean? Because I definitely entered into this space in the same way. And it's something that I really want to pick back up. And I want to definitely shout out my boy, rest in peace, Khan, who put me on all of this stuff in this way. Definitely told me that I should be in this space, in this iteration. And I'm just taking his words to heart every day. And I just want to shout out my guys, man. I really appreciate y'all. And I think that, you know, I really want to see as many as y'all as possible come to the town, man. In April, we need y'all, man. Please come through. This ain't about linking up the face fight and the beef. This about the folks getting together in the city of love, celebrating the thing that we love. You dig what I'm saying? So hopefully we can keep everything, the negativity to a minimum, and just have the most positivity that we can in the P, man.
Ain't no negative coming from me.
We haven't mania in 25 years, man. So we need y'all.
It's all love from me.
Appreciate everybody.
So I can tell y'all this right now. If niggas expecting beef when they see me, hey, bro, if we ain't squashing it, don't. that's on you, not me, because I'm loving everybody. Like I ain't got no beef. I don't care if we blocked each other. Like yo, it's all love for me because at this point in this day and age, as a community, we need to come together. Especially if like I'm not beefing with nobody. I don't care what nobody said. I'm like if I said something wrong, I apologize. Like that's how I am now. Like we gotta have that conversation, that chop it up session. Yo, we're gonna have that conversation because as adults, like I'm not bringing that negativity in 2024. Fuck that.
Absolutely.
Hey man, you bring some negativity to me. I'm gonna send it right back your way. but I'm not on that type time though. I'm not on that type time. You feel me? I'm trying to get to the city of brotherly love. You feel me? I'm trying to get there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull up. You feel me? And fuck with everybody. You feel me? It is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Like definitely, I feel you on that. Keep negativity to a minimum. You feel me?
Keep it to a minimum, but let's be real. I'm still a nigga from Atlanta. I'm a little violent, so it's like I'm trying my hardest to be positive, but just saying, I'm just letting you know, like, hey, I'm coming with the good vibes. Just don't take me right. Because I'm still a nigga at the end of the
day. Yeah, man. Listen, dog. I'm finna go pick up some weed, man. Roll me up and you know, just enjoy the rest of the evening, man. So with that said, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all once again. Let's continue these conversations, man. I really did appreciate and enjoy this conversation. And you know what I'm saying? Let's really get into kick it like this. You feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead. Let's shut it down. You feel me? But we'll stay tapped in, stay tuned in. I hope y'all stay dangerous. You feel me? And like that, we gone. Deuces.
You.